DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, balloverseas.com, the Overseas Basketball Blueprint. I'm gonna give you a quick hack for how you can find an agent, or at least make your agent search a little bit easier when you're trying to find one and you know there's a lot of players competing with you. Wherever you are listening to or watching this video, if you're watching, please leave a like, a comment, share the video, let people know that we are giving game when it comes to overseas basketball. If you are listening to this on any podcasting platform, please follow, subscribe, leave a rating and review of the show, let people know we are the plug for overseas ball. So here's the hack, very simple hack. If you are, for example, a D2 player and you want to play overseas and you're trying to find an agent, but no agent has been coming to you, but you need to go to them, all you need to do is go look up other players, recent players who played D2 who are now playing overseas. Go find some players who went from D2 to overseas. Just do some Google searching, get creative with your Google searching. If you already know what some players, then just look those players up. Ask your coach, ask other players at the D2 level if they know of anybody who's done this. Find out who those players are, then look them up, then find out who their agent is. Whoever that player's agent is, that's the agent that you should be reaching out to. If you are D3, do the same thing. Find a D3 player who's playing overseas, see who's representing that player, and then go reach out to that agent. D1, do the same thing, or even players from the same conference. So if you play in the Pac-10, then, or what is it, the Pac-12 now, whatever they call it, whatever that conference is, go find other players who are already playing overseas who came from your same conference in the last 2-3 years. Find out who's representing them. Reach out to those agents. If you're playing in the AMCC, that's the conference I played in, D3, and there's a player from that conference who went overseas, then you should be definitely hitting up that agent immediately. So wherever there are other players who are similar to your background, if you're coming from JUCO, if you're coming from whatever level, you went from high school to overseas, or you're trying to, you find another player who's already done that. That's the player that's the agent. Whoever that player's agent is, or those agents are, those are the people you should be reaching out to try to get yourself on. Now, why is this a simple hack, and why is this a hack? I mean, I shouldn't really have to explain this that much. I mean, I think you understand it common sense wise, but I'll break it down. Is because that agent already understands how to sell a player from the same place that you're coming from. They already know how to sell a D2 player, or a player from the ACC, or a D3 guy, or a player who didn't play college, or a player coming from JUCO. They already know how to sell that player. They've already done it successfully. And you know what? They're probably looking for a player from D3. They're probably looking for another D3 player. They're like, all right, I got one of them on. He could play. Let me get another D3 player. I can help him get on. Or if maybe they're not thinking that, your job is to plant the seed in their mind and say, hey, Mr. Agent, I saw that you helped sign Joe Schmo from XYZ college. Well, look, I'm playing the same conference, and he averaged 16 and 10 his senior year. Listen, Mr. Agent, I'm averaging 17 and 8 my senior year. Hey, if you could get him on, you could probably get me on too. This is your sales job. This is your job as a salesperson. And understand, people, when it comes to playing ball overseas, I understand that you're actually selling yourself to the team because they're the ones with the money, right? But you might need to sell yourself to an agent first. So you might need to do an indirect sale. So you sell yourself to the agent then sells you to the team. So you might need to go the indirect route to get on. So even though the team is right here, you're right here, the agent's over here. Instead of you selling yourself directly to the team, that might not work. And that's a really hard job because there's too many people trying to do it. Sell yourself to the agent, then let the agent make the sale to the team, because the agent has a line to that team that you don't have. The agent has a line to that team that the players ain't got. So sell yourself to the agent, let the agent get you on. This is how I got started. I went to an exposure camp, got my game footage. I didn't know of any player from my conference or from D3 who had played overseas. I didn't even know of this hack when I was trying to get on. So I'm giving y'all something that I didn't even know. But I went and sold, I got my game footage from that exposure camp. I used that footage to sell myself to an agent. I didn't even reach out to any teams with my game footage from my exposure camp. I started reaching out to agents. I said, let me get an agent, and the agent could do the selling. So I got myself an agent, and I sold myself to that person. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna represent you. And that dude, he did the selling, and he got me on overseas. He got me my first couple jobs playing pro ball. So this is what you need to do. So this is a simple hack that I'm giving you, and this is something that is talked about in my book, Basketball Agents Decoding. So if you want to get yourself an agent quick, or you want to narrow down your agent search, because I hear from players all the time who are like, Dre, how can I get a basketball agent? The thing is, there's like thousands of agents out there, so you have no idea where to even begin in searching for agents and pitching to agents, and you don't even know what to say to agents. And any agents out there who are watching this, you probably hear all kind of shit from different players every day, and players ain't got no idea what they're saying or how to even say it to sell themselves, and you're like, SMH, like, this dude really thinks I'm going to respond to that. Here's how you do it, players. I just told you. Find a player who is coming from where you're coming from. This is in summary. Coming from where you're coming from, and they got on. Find that player's agent and reach out to that agent and refer yourself to that same player. Say, hey, look, you signed this guy and you got him on. He's coming from this place and this is what he did in college. Look, here's where I'm at. I'm at the same college. I'm at the same conference. I'm at the same level. I have similar performance. Hey, look, can we talk about you representing me? And that's how you do it. So that's a simple hack that I'm giving you right there. Free game for you to get on playing overseas. And if you haven't yet gotten your free copy of this book, The Overseas Basketball Blueprint, go to balloverseas.com. The book is already paid for. All you do is cover a small shipping charge. We'll ship it to you worldwide, anywhere that you live. Again, that's balloverseas.com. If you want to get the 4-book Overseas Blueprint bundle, it's Overseas Basketball Secrets. It's the business side of the game. The truth about basketball exposure camps. This tells you about the exposure camps. And Basketball Agents Decoded, which tells you about agents. I just told you about that. Go to balloverseas.com. Just check the little box. When you get on that page, you can get these 3 books in addition to the blueprint. But if you only want to get 1 book, just this book is free no matter what you do. Balloverseas.com. Just cover the shipping. We ship it to you worldwide. Work on your game. Dre, all